Talking a lot the last couple of days about Derek Jeter's surprising announcement yesterday that this would be his final year. And we wanted to talk to the president of the New York Yankees, Randy Levine, about how surprised the organization was. And he's nice enough to join us now. Randy, it's Michael and Don. How are you today?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you? You staying warm and dry here?
So far, the studio's holding up, Randy. Everything's good.
I know Tampa's looking awfully good these days.
Oh, yeah. if anybody could get out there.
Well, Randy, we made it in. It's a ghost town here today.
I'm in my office today.
See, Randy Levine gets to work. He gets to work.
That's it.
See, the professionals know how to get it done.
Absolutely. That's it. You know what I mean?
Did this blindside you, Randy? Did you have any inkling that Derek was even considering announcing his retirement?
Well, I had no idea that it would happen yesterday. I had no idea at all, the way he would do it. But I kind of had an idea that this might be his last year. I think we all did. He never said a word. He never indicated it. But he's just Derek Jeter. And, he's 40. He had a tough year last year, and I always believed that, he's such a champion. He's just such a solid person that, he wanted to go out as Derek Jeter. And so it didn't surprise me. I wasn't sure until yesterday. It didn't surprise me, but it only didn't surprise me because he's such a champion that, everything he does the right way, and he would go out the right way.
And that's what's so great about Derek, and I'm just interested from a Yankee perspective, is that he always looked like somebody that'd be very uncomfortable to be singled out. So how sensitive are you guys to the celebration of his career during the course of the year?
Well, that's the part that surprised me. I mean, Derek Jeter is, one of the most self-effacing people that I've ever met. I mean, he's really, really humble. That's part of who he is. And what surprised me, the way he did it, is now well-deserved, completely deserved. There's nobody deserves it more. He's going to get, celebrated as he should, and people are going to praise him and adore him. And I just think that wasn't him. You know what I mean? That he's so self-effacing, but I think it's phenomenal because, the fans now have noticed to go see him one last season, and it's just going to be a great year. And, I'm sure we'll sit down with Derek and Casey and all of his people and Dr. Jeter and Mrs. Jeter and figure out, what's the best thing for everybody, how we can really celebrate this.
It's interesting, Randy, is that the way Mo and the Yankees handled last year, it was almost storybook the way it ended. I mean, would you just sign up for a repeat of how well that went?
Exactly. I mean, it was beautiful. It was just magical. And, Mariano was just a incredible person, as is Derek. I mean, I don't know if you saw the news today. We're actually going to play 2 spring training games in Panama to honor Mariano Rivera on March 15th and 16th.
It's so shocking to Yankee fans. The core 4 was together not all that long ago, and of course 3 of the 4 were together for a large chunk of last season. So how shocking it is to a franchise just moving forward when you have all these historic players, and in just a brief period of time they're all gone.
Well, they had an incredible run. Nobody stays young forever. I'm example one of it. It just happens. These guys have just been together forever. They did it for a long time with poise and greatness and grace. And, that's why we did a lot of things that we did this year. We refocused, and, you have players who are young but, tough in their prime of Brian McCrann, Jacoby Ellsbury, who complement some of the great guys we have, Tex and Brett Gardner and the rest. So it's time for a new crew to step up and take the lead. And, Masahiro Tanaka, we think he could be a real star here for a long time.
We're talking with Randy Levine, the president of the Yankees. I just want to get some background because I never experienced it, and you've been with the Yankees so long, and obviously you work hand-in-hand with George Steinbrenner. What was George Steinbrenner's relationship with Derek like? I heard it was really warm and very close. Did you ever experience it, and what was it like?
All the time. It was really, really close. Really, really close. Derek could get away with things with the boss that nobody else could. The boss just adored him. The boss knew, what a great player he is. More important, there was nothing more important to George throughout his life than the success of the Yankees, and he knew Derek believed exactly the same way. They had a great relationship. I mean, Derek would tease the boss. Always, George always wore that Ohio State ring.
Right.
Derek was a Michigan native, and every time he would see the boss with that Ohio State ring, the first thing he'd say is, "Will you please take that ring off?" I mean, that's the kind of relationship that they had.
And nobody could do that other than Derek.
I couldn't.
Now, knowing George, do you think he would have tried to talk Derek out of this?
No, I don't, because I think George appreciated the way great players are, and he appreciates how somebody like Derek knows his body, knows his mental state, knows when it's time to get off the stage, better than anybody. And because I think George respected Derek so much, he would respect his decision.
One final thing, when you look at Derek, nobody makes any money betting against Derek Jeter. If he has a great year this year, do you think he would change his mind?
I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. Everybody down in Tampa says that he's incredibly healthy, that he's feeling good, he's mentally ready. I think he's going to have a great year for us and go out as the champion. But I think he's, mentally he's ready to do other things. And the thing about Derek Jeter, I think, is he will be successful. He's 40, which is very, very young. He'll be 40, which is young. And, he is the type of person who's going to be successful in any aspect of life. So he's going to go on to a new career, a new life, which is going to be as successful as the great Hall of Fame baseball player that he is today.